So because I don't get notifications, and if I don't get notifications, I know you don't get notifications. I was completely unaware that Mr. Tracy himself has subbed to the channel. That's rather fantastic, and I appreciate having you aboard. Because trust me, your content is fantastic and great to ape off of. You asked a question in one of your latest videos. What the hell were the makers of the Watchmen series thinking? And well, let's get into my history with The Watchmen. I'm not a big fan. That movie is just super long, man. There's three parts of it that I like: the killing of the comedian, the scene between Silver Sable and the Night Owl, because she got a fantastic body, and the killing of Rorschach. That like the end, like the last 15, 20, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes of it, but. Whew, it's a lot to get through. And then when it comes to the graphic novel, I'm not a big Alan Moore fan, but I definitely see the playground that's there to muck around in. And in this hour and a half video, okay, which is why I can't just ape the entire thing. There's a portion of it that Mr. Tracy, he pulls up this interviews, tons of footage from previous incidents, race riots, and just conflicts and tragedies that have taken place throughout American history, and how they all kind of just resemble each other. Everyone gets hurt. No one does well. I mean, like, really. And when it comes to the places, the communities most affected, the ones that are getting burnt down, nobody wins. Nobody has one. That's one of the reasons why, life's gotten so much more expensive with insurance and, liabilities. We got all these different LLCs and, all this fun money, this fun money arena that we have in 2019. But yeah, the show itself is just, it wasn't made for me. It was made for people with a victim complex, and as you guys know, that's just not me. That's not the man that my father raised. So before we get into those interviews, I want to actually answer Devin's question. Well, not actually answer it, because I can't tell you what they were thinking, but I can ask, who the hell are they? Because for someone, if you are the ambassador of the whites, and I will take my place as ambassador of the bleeps, at least here on this channel, yeah, I'm gonna come defend my folks. So, who are the producers of Watchmen, the TV? Nick Curse. I don't know. That doesn't. Supervising producer. That does not strike me as a bleep. Lawrence Gorton. Definitely not a bleep. Liberty. That sounds more Italian than bleep. Joshi. Bhakta Joshi. Well, that's I don't know. It's not that doesn't have a very bleep vibe to me. Nicole Castle, clearly not a bleep, but a 35, maybe a 35. It's kind of a blurry picture. Rupta Kayashtha, Lloyd Levin, maybe Lloyd Levin. I'm not sure. That Levin might be cut short there for a second. Damon Lindelof. Yeah, that's not a bleep, my guy. Tom Spezzali. Karen Wacker, Carly Ray is definitely not a bleep. I'm just Ron Schmidt. Nah. John Blair, no. Darren McLeod, that's a faraway picture, but I'm not getting a bleep vibe from that picture. Stephen Williams, there we go. Okay, one. We're playing Where's Waldo. Where's bleep for producers of the Watchmen TV series. Stephen Williams, Lila Byock, Stephen Williams is one. Tiffany Chung, yeah, no. Pam Fitzgerald, I'll get one in a pump. It's like we playing spades. Clearly not. Oh, two in a pump. So Crystal Henry, you got two in a pump, two definites. Well, no. We got. Because, wait, there's no picture next to... Yeah, that's the thing. Stephen Williams, there's no picture next to him. So we got two pumps and one definite. All right, bet. Brandon Jacob Jenkins. I'll just because. Yeah, I'll give that one. Okay, so two and two pumps. Kelly Callaghan, I'm not... And Janine Nambers. I'm not willing to... So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23 producers. 2 and 2 possibles. Okay? It's technically it's 1 and 4 possibles. There's only 1 that you could call a bleep on this producer list, bro. So really, who's doing this? Let's get back to this fun over here with his video. Let's go.
Biggest riot in 40 years of America's troubled racial history begins. Los Angeles, California, the district called Watts. 34 persons die. $40 million worth of property is...
So, like I said before, he is going through just tons of riots, race riots that have taken place here in the United States, just as a country, that have been documented, and how they all tend to look alike. It's, I don't know, that kind of feels racist saying it.
Destroyed. Almost 4,000 are arrested.
Okay, so this was a fascinating video I found, which actually dives into interviews with people at that time, blacks. So we can actually get an understanding as to what the hell they're thinking. And it is really intriguing. Watch.
What have I been living through?
Okay, so before we get into all that, right, I want to make it clear that the likelihood of these people actually being descendants is far more at this point in the 60s, because now in 2019, after, you know, all the immigration that we've had and that inability to separate bleeps from bleeps, right? There's no what's the name? There is no like real discernment when it comes to the blacks. But back then, the likelihood of them being a descendant was way greater. So yeah, let's get into this.
Nothing but a lot of work, less pay.
Less pay than the white man, you mean?
That's right.
Well, you know, I'm sorry to hear that. First of all, let me say that I already love this man for wearing that hat, but less pay? Okay, so there are poor whites, many of them, way more than poor blacks.
True enough, yeah, Devin, true enough. But check this out. I've done videos, and there's not just because the sad thing about a lot of the footage that he shows is that it's from CBS and the AP, and, you know, places that really once had a ton of credibility that have, and you know, in 2016, so many true colors were shown. But yeah, I've done videos from CBS where they put up the projects, and it was a concentrated effort to remove the construction work and the, you know, the manual labor, the things that men mostly excel at, to get rid of industry out of these areas. Like, that was a concentrated effort to get rid of all the industry in that area and replace it with work more applicable to females. That's just it. And this is like really what's taken hold all through. They tried to pull it all throughout the country, and that's the thing that Trump put the kibosh to. But in the urban communities, particularly, you know, because let's be real, with that hat, definitely an urban gentleman, rather dashing. You're correct on that end. But yeah, this was purposefully done because they knew what they were setting up for.
I give them a pass to riot and kill innocent people? No, it doesn't.
No, not at all.
Does that achieve you getting more money or a better job? No, it doesn't. So I'm sorry.
But that's the thing. It's not like, if you're not going to get a better job anyway, right? Like, not to sit here and give a pass, because I'm not trying to give a pass, but the mentality that's been spread, particularly through the removal of the man, because when you're sitting there like, yo, look, I need this bread, you turn to criminality. And with that turn to criminality, particularly in the urban spaces, because they knew by removing industry, you'll the necessity for criminality would increase. And thusly, the mindset and the mentality that criminality, you know, festers, it cultivates.
Sorry, sir, that you are facing economic hardship, but you need to simmer down.
Do you think it always has to be this way?
Not necessarily.
But it always will be.
What do you think will bring about a change?
Give everybody a job, that's all.
I like this guy. Give everybody a job. I mean, he is industrious, right? The guy does want to work. He's dressed respectably. He speaks English well, and he has a message. And the message is, let's get employed.
And they removed the industries. That's the thing. If you go through these urban spaces, there's a lot of shut down factories, a lot of places that, hey, there was tons of employment. And then, you know what? Oh, no. Hey, China, how's it going? Because guess what? We're trying to sit here and, make as much profit as we can as a business. And thusly, the workers, interchangeable pieces, particularly if I can get them for a bowl of rice in China.
That's all any of us need is a job. See all us men standing out here? We don't need nothing but a job. You wouldn't see us out here.
This guy's wise. Look, is that guy smoking a pipe? Look at that. I love the 60s, man. I missed out.
We don't have no...
You are not the only one, seriously. But the deal is that recently, and I have to actually defend Kamala Harris for a little bit, give me 30 seconds. Deal is that she said, oh, a job will do, jobs help. Jobs will definitely make things work. And trust me, I fully agree. It's a big part of my advocacy. When I started doing the legalization campaigning, it was like, look, there's an industry on its way here. We can put jobs in these places so regular folks can just be able to make their money, raise their families, and live their lives, and they can be regular folks as opposed to having to resort to illegality to make ends meet. And unfortunately, it just, when it came to Kamala Harris, because she's just been dragged through Tulsi. Oh my goodness, it was slaughter. What Tulsi did to Kamala was a slaughter. And, so she's just getting clout for it, but she wasn't 100% wrong.
Want to go? We don't have no jobs. Where's it for us to do? We come out here and drink.
Oh, he's Native American. Interesting. He doesn't look it.
One for a lot of our wives, we'd be in bad shape.
Now, that is...
Okay, real quick, because I was about to pause it and I was like, wait, let me make sure that I got this thought correctly. No, he's human. Oh, I'm bored. Huh. Might as well go get inebriated because we're humans. That's how we operate. A lot of us do. And Caucasians as well. Let's be real. That's the thing. At the end of the day, the biology matters. Your biological makeup matters. And as a man, as someone who's I work, or there's no jobs because they are in the process of removing employment from these spaces. Come on, man. Come on.
One of my favorite lines. He said, if it wasn't for our wives, we'd be in bad shape.
One for a lot of our wives, we'd be in bad shape.
It's exactly what I was just saying, though, right? With the removal of the, more masculine, appropriate work, the laborer work, and the introduction of, oh yeah, come on, pretty lady, be a bank teller. Oh my God, have you ever gone to any bank in Southern California? It is literally like walking into a Victoria's Secret Heaven's Gate, yo. The bitches be so bad, yo. Seriously. But I'm digressing. The movement to, feminize, where do you think it started? When you sit here talk about, oh, the war on boys, look no further, man. The war on masculinity, look no further. That's why you got all these boys running around now, particularly of melanated descent, coming out oh yeah, I can run against chicks and there's no difference. And that mixed with the whole gender thing that really took hold in the 90s, it was nothing but depravity.
Those words are prophetic, not pathetic. Prophetic, as in he predicted the future. If it wasn't for our wives, well, yeah, he's talking about, look, I need the support, the spiritual, moral, social support of a wife.
Money. You need the money. Oh, I need all this. Sorry, Devin. The money. They need the resources. And the resources, the way in which the resources were, were able to be distributed in a seemingly fair manner got switched up on them.
I need that stability. That's my crew. That's my team. That's the fabric of the country. And he recognized it. If you told that dude that you'd have a 73% single parent percentage in Black America today, he'd be like, good Lord.
But that's the thing. It's exactly This was the seed that led to that 73% sync, because biology, women are hypergamous. You think his wife stayed with him very long? No. Jesus.
Your wives support you. They work.
That's
Is
right.
that it? How does it make you feel when you know that your wife is working and you're not?
It don't make you feel real good.
Oh my God, is this the Black Joker? He's about to paint up.
No, he's a man. No, it don't make a man feel good to have a woman. Like, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. If a woman taking care of you, bruh, you don't like it. Even if you can't admit it at the conscious level, I'm telling you, subconscious, biologically, you loathe it. There are plenty of guys who are able to let women just, oh yeah, take care of this, that, and the third. Plenty of them. I mean, shoot, pimps are a thing. And respect to the pimp game, you know? Like, if you can handle all like that many females and have them all operating like that, bro, you great CEO, man. Seriously, what an entrepreneur. But seriously, yeah, like that's how things go. But in order to, manipulate and maneuver and really lay the groundwork for a lot of the, initiatives and problems that we have today, the issues that we're seeing develop today, you have to, soften them on up. And there's no greater way to soften them on up than the no man in the house rule and removing the industry from these areas and completely isolating the male species. And so these boys grow up seeing their mothers and we're talking about like from the 60s, we talking about like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 generations at this point, depending on how quick people got pregnant. So, Jesus.
He's about to go into whiteface and just make a movie.
It's very hard to try to explain to someone.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I say no. She looks very white, but okay.
What it feels like to be black in a white world.
White world, that's my motto. Look, I copyrighted it. You see the graphic on the t-shirt?
The things that happen to you daily and that affect you and that are so much a part of you are very hard sometimes to even remember because they come so routine.
I hate to break it to you, but you're part of the white world.
Because when you go up any places around for employment or work, you go up against a whitey.
You go up against a whitey? Calm down, my brother.
Yeah, you ask him, do he have any type of work for you to do? He'll tell you no, and the next day you come up there, he's putting a white person right in the stand of you.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not going to say there's not a kernel of truth in this. I mean, times were different in the 60s and the 50s, not to mention, and there was discrimination, and it probably was difficult for these guys to get jobs and to
But that's the thing. There's no was to it, Devin. There's no was. These guys, this mentality, this mindset, I featured it on this channel. Like these spaces haven't gotten better. They've gotten progressively worse. And the reason that they've gotten worse is because there's profit in the poverty. The charities, they need to keep making money, right? They need a reason to exist, so they keep it bumping. All these speakers, all the different bleeps that you cover, your Kazi Goatees and the Tariq Nasheeds and the Eric Michael Dysons of the world. Yeah, like they are there for the word salad. They are there to pretend to be what's the name? Okay, give me a moment, person. So they're only there to pretend to, want to fix these problems.
compete economically. So we've come a long way and made fast improvements with that. And I feel his pain and I feel his plight. But it's still not an excuse to exaggerate, which I'm not even necessarily blaming that guy of exaggerating. But the people today, oh, hell yeah, they are. I mean, to a scandalous degree.
At first I was.
And he's right. He's right. And when you talk about like the Watchmen and Regina King, she's starring in it, right? I mean, congratulations. You've had a fantastic career. I mean, y'all come a long way from the Sister on Friday, right? So It's just like there's so many people who the same people who claim this mass discrimination or sit here and fictionalize something as as sensitive as the Tulsa riots. Like, you got a story to tell, you got a narrative to push, but don't be surprised when people decide to push back. So, as you guys saw, honestly, I can continue to go on and on in this video, but I feel like we've gone on long enough, and plus I am getting text messages. So, with that being said, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, yeah, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy a fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and the like are the biggest fans of your guy over here. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Yes, the issues were a thing, and there's remnants of these issues, but these were situations and circumstances that were set in motion, during their time, during back then. And when it comes to the producers of the Watchmen, one solid one out of 22 producers you can call a bleep. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until the next one.